to FOTR. Every year, we try to do at least one supermarket video. Today, we're here at the ShopRite in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, ready to eat right and be merry. It's time again to open mouth and insert nostalgia. I figured the produce section would be as good as any section to take on this review. After all, it just might be your natural habitat for getting supermarket healthy. Melissa D. Arabian, host of $10 Dinners, the show that she run from the Next Food Network star, shares recipes and know-how for eating well without spending a lot. This Clarkson Potter publication was purchased rather cheap for $2 at Book Off in New York City as part of a huge birthday cookbook haul / vlog that I did back in December. Hopefully you saw those two videos. The recipes in here with photographs by Tina Rupp are divided into these chapters, the usual suspects: breakfast, snacks, soups and stews, salads, wraps and sandwiches, veggie mains, pasta, fish and seafood, chicken and turkey, beef, pork and lamb, sides, and of course, dessert. Now, speaking of salads, wraps, and or sammies, does a calzone fit into 2 out of the 3 criteria? I don't know, but I got this DePalo Foods Chicken Bacon Ranch Calzone from the Fresh to Table section, which I'll show you in its entirety a little bit later. It's $4.99. Anyway, let's get on to the food here. You know what? The lighting's not doing good enough for me in here, so let's take it over here to the olive section. I know, in essence, it looks a little bit gnarly, but olives look naturally gnarly. No harm, no foul. Let's get started. We begin with this kale breakfast salad, which will serve 4 and take you 20 minutes to prep and 10 minutes to cook all in all. Every recipe comes with nutritional stats down below the instructions and supermarket strategies to make the most out of your visits in a grocery store, from buying in bulk to utilizing coupons to buying seasonal produce, etc. Kale had its moment. Now it's placed firmly in the nostalgic annals of time. Now on to grilled zucchini pizza bites. This fun appetizer serves 8 and will take you 10 minutes to prep and 10 minutes to cook. And it's one fun way to get the kids to eat their zucchini. Moving on, we have here a pork and rice noodle pho, which will serve 4 and will take you 25 minutes to prep and 1 hour and 30 minutes to cook. Kitchen strategies make the most of make-ahead tips, ingredient prep tips, and if applicable, ingredient substitutions. A giant steaming bowl of Vietnamese pho is a soup that keeps on giving. Next, we have here garlic chili shrimp and miso garden salad. This will serve 4 and take you 20 minutes to prep and 3 minutes to cook. The brief cooking comes by way of a brief saute on the shrimp. Next recipe, a Vietnamese chicken kale wrap, which will serve 4 and take you 20 minutes to prep. It's a no-cook recipe, and just as there are kitchen strategies and supermarket strategies, there are also entertaining strategies, mostly make-ahead and portioning tips that you can utilize to entertain a crowd. Next up, acorn squash fondue, which will serve 4 and take you 10 minutes to prep and 1 hour and 10 minutes to cook. This was inspired by Melissa and her husband Philippe's favorite restaurant near their Parisian apartment. Remember, Melissa married a Frenchman. The restaurant was aptly named Pain Vin Fromage, or Bon Van Fromage if you want to get culturally correct. Bread, wine, cheese. Acorn squash fondue is a healthier take on fondue, at least in terms of its serving vessel, and in my view, can be definitely suitable enough for date night. Don't you close up on me again. Here's a deconstructed lasagna, once again serving 4. Really a trendy way of saying easy. There's no layering of the pasta, sauce, or cheeses. Toss everything together in a lasagna bowl for a dish that satisfies the soul with all the same indulgent components but far fewer calories and effort. Along the same lines, in terms of satisfying the soul with Italian-American flavors, we got tilapia and a caper tomato sauce. Once again, this served 4, as does the majority of the recipes. Continuing on, a 4-step spring chicken with orange, fennel, and dill. Get this thing out of the ding-dong way. And you wonder why I don't like doing this with one hand. You gotta see the whole recipe. This recipe, which once again serves 4, was slightly inspired by the 4-step chicken piccata in the $10 Dinners Cookbook, which I reviewed. I bought that via Amazon. You'll see that in the link below. We also have here citrus roast broccoli with quick pickled chilies, which again will serve 4. And I'll tell you, doing this with one hand also means I'm losing track of the recipes that I'm highlighting here. That's not a good sign. But hopefully you keep following along. We have roasted fruit with homemade ricotta, which serves 6. You know, I don't highlight fruit much for dessert, but fruit is naturally healthy, and fruit's delicious if you can get it in season. I'm in springtime right now, so strawberries, among many other fruits of that nature, are your best bet. Anyway, the photography is plentiful and delicious. And in addition to the main recipes, you also have blueprint recipes, like salad in a jar and meatballs. Oh yeah! Last recipe I had to highlight in here, Greek pork chops with zucchini and feta, which will serve 4 and take you 15 minutes all in all to prepare. The blueprint recipes, 2 of which you just saw in here, are kind of like choose your own adventure recipes. They give you foundations from which you can work with to customize any and all, I don't know, bases, fillings, cooking guides, preparations, etc. So that you can come up with your own supermarket healthy and supermarket scrumptious creations. Give you extra personal know-how without spending a lot. This retails for $24.99 in the US and $28.99 in Canada. Also available as an ebook. This is the fresh to table section where you can grab beverages and pre-made stuff to grab and eat. Or in some cases, grab, heat, and eat. Like with those calzones. I wanted to get the chicken bacon ranch wrap for $5.99, but they were out of stock. So I just went ahead and got the calzone. Right here. So let's talk about the calzone for a moment, which once again is from the Palo Foods. Every batch made from scratch. I baked it at 375 in the Whirlpool oven for 13 minutes and 30 seconds, 13.5 minutes within the 12 to 15 minute time range in the middle. I cooled it down, cut it in half, and ate the first half. While it's not that crunchy, it is pretty tender and tasty. However, I took a piece of chicken that was hanging off of one of the eggs and snacked on that. It tasted a little weird, but altogether it's pretty decent. There's a little too much cheese in here though. There are 4 different kinds of cheeses: American, cheddar, mozzarella, and ricotta. With the bacon and tomatoes and the ranch seasoning in lieu of ranch dressing, although it'd be well within your rights to dip this in ranch dressing. I think it's a little too much. It leaves a bit of an aftertaste, but oh well, it's pretty good. And as for this cookbook, well, I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 claps. I can't say a la Rachel Ray that supermarket scrumptious is never more than $10 away. Sometimes eating healthy can be a tad expensive. But there'd be bigger prices to pay in the long run if you don't take your health into consideration. Plus you get a little bit of snazz with Melissa the Arabian, who's quite a looker. And you know how much I care about that. This supermarket healthy cookbook can take you from supermarket heathen into supermarket heaven. And I'll link to that. I also got a brisk iced tea from ShopRite. Thank you for watching. That's the one from my mouth to your mouth. This ain't Cooking with Pete. I defer you to David's Delicious Delicacies on that for DRN81 and this channel. As far as for me, this is dinner. I'll see you next week. To this day, I'll never understand why she named her dog Paul Anka during her estrangement from her daughter Worry. I guess they're a little too pop culture connected for their own good. It's time to open mouth and insert nostalgia.
Hello guys, it's David Romero. I'm gonna be famous.
Hello guys, me David Romero. Welcome to another episode of David's Delicious Delicacies. On today's episode, I'm going to be making you a 3-ingredient simple egg and cheese wrap. Stay tuned for that. Here we go.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to Bleeding Hollywood Home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.